Hey there, Independents. Welcome back. Independent Nightly News. So tonight, it looks like Bernie Sanders can't get his stuff together, man. He had some issues today. Project Veritas decided that they were going to expose a little corruption within inside the Bernie campaign. And some of the things that these guys were saying, I can't repeat here on my YouTube channel. I was watching Tim Pool earlier, and he can't even show you the story on a paper story on the channel. It's so bad. So I'm gonna put that link down in the description below so you guys can go check it out. But basically, the guy in the Bernie Sanders campaign he's a weirdo, man. It's not that he's bad, good. He's a weirdo, and he wants to see Trump supporters go into re-education camps, and he wants to see people that are rich have to break rocks like they used to if you got in trouble on a chain gang. I mean, it's the weirdest stuff I've ever heard. And this guy doesn't seem like he's the type of guy that's ever even carried a job in his whole life. So for him to say that the rich needs to do this and so needs to do that, I mean, he's pushing pretty hard for some nasty stuff. So if you guys get a chance, go check it out. It's going to murder Bernie Sanders' campaign this time. Sorry, Bernie. You got to get your stuff together. You need to have better staffers. Back in 2016, Bernie had problems with some of the females. They had actually filed for harassment against some of the other guys there. And even as close as, I think, 2018, he had to reprimand one of his guys for putting some stuff on Twitter that wasn't, maybe politically correct, or, I mean, it could have been his personal thing, but whatever it was, because he was tied to Bernie Sanders and or the Bernie Sanders campaign, they're going to look at things like that and say, hey, that's not all right. You represent somebody else. And so Bernie's having some tough times. He needs to get it together. One other thing that's come out with Bernie Sanders in this is, whenever this stuff happens, it seems like the people in question go and, they live on social media their whole life. And then what happens? They tweet some stupid stuff. Now these guys have locked their accounts down because I bet you where there's smoke, buddy, there's fire. And if you look, these are socialist wackos that have been trying to screw up our country now for how long? They just want keys. They just want power. And they want to tell you what to do. Even though they don't have any authority, that's what they're working for. They're working to be the more authoritarian. You do what I say, not as I do. Same as the insurance, right? You don't have good insurance. You've got crappy insurance you have to pay for through your work or through other services. Bernie Sanders don't. When you're a senator and those guys, you get top tier insurance. It's paid for. You don't have medical bills. So it's not fair for what he's doing to expect the little guy to be a socialist. But these guys they just don't want to have jobs. They don't want to work. They just want to feel like they did something right by getting Bernie elected, and that's all they'll do. It's not going to help any of us. So I think the worst thing that's came out of the whole Bernie thing is that on social media, Twitter, Facebook, the people that are on Bernie's campaign and people on Bernie's side, they're coming out and just straight up saying, well, it's not a big deal, or what's wrong with that? Why can't it be this way? And that's the scary part, because those people are going to vote. And those people are going to vote away your rights. So I'm not for voting away your rights. I'm for you keeping your rights. In fact, I'm for voting more rights to you. And anytime these things happen, I think that that's bad. So quit being brainwashed out there with this whole Bernie's got the great idea. Bernie's people think they're the moral superior out there, and obviously they're not. They've been lied to. They've lied to themselves for so long. I don't even think they know what the truth is. So, hey, Independents, I appreciate you keeping coming back. Hit that subscribe button. Send me over to your friends. Share me on Facebook and on YouTube. Let's get this thing rolling. Look forward to having that podcast coming at you later this week, and love you.